All right, so we're gonna cover why did I put the British pound yen short. I sure you guys could kind of just look at it and be able to tell as to why, right? But I did want to do video demonstrations of why I put things into the Academy analysis. When I look at remember, what did I do? We did talk about from the last class. I think that let me try to pull it up here. I have the file here somewhere. Trap mastery class. And remember I spoke about TLC, trap liquidity correlation, and the market makers using two psychological levels to bring a lot of liquidity into the market. And remember this class, right? I just recently did this class. If you didn't watch it, make sure to try to go watch it. The name of the class in the Phyrexia Live is basically the 6 psychological levels that you have to use for trap mastery to be able to tell what human beings are doing. And these are mainly 4-hour or daily, mainly 4-hour false breakouts or inductions of psychological levels of traps. For traps, we have zones, trend lines, EMAs, the quarter theory, key levels, consolidation boxes, wedge patterns, right? And what I said was it is more high probability if at least 2 of these intersect for confluence, brings more liquidity into the market. All right, so first thing on a trade speculation, okay, we initially looked at I sent this in to say, okay, well, I triggered the short, and this was New York Open. We see that, one, there was a zone here, right? This is a 4-hour chart. You could actually see it much cleaner on the 1 hour, right? But it is mainly, it is based on the 4 hour, but the 1 hour I'll show you. Now, you see that we have a demand zone and price moves significantly from that area. And you can see that the market makers then staged, there was a W formation stage at that demand zone. This second leg of the W was the 4th hit or 5th, 4th respect to that area, to that trend line. We also have that zone. We also have a trend line here. Okay, it was 2, 3. This was the 4th respect to that trend line. And you can see that the market came to a demand zone and broke that trend line. And what do I have here? Remember what I say. You want to see the psychological level hit at least 3 times. That's when it's best, right? 3 to 6 times. So there were 4 hits to this trend line, 4 hits to that zone. And this breakout is very significant in that a lot of people would be hopping in on the buy. So W formation is zone and break of trend line brought a lot of buys into the market. So you could then speculate that this trend line breakout and zone hit would bring a lot of retail trader stop losses below the level, a mass amount of liquidity. So this would be a good trade speculation to go short. I did put it in while it was live before it happened. And that is the goal, to do it while it's live. I do not believe in teaching someone only when the damage is done. To me, that's not real teaching. I feel like anyone could pull up things that already happened in the past, but the true skill is being able to demonstrate it live time. And that's what the analysis is for, the Academy. So you see, I put in that, okay, entry was triggered. And it did give you a considerable amount of time. It didn't drop right away, right at the entry. I'm going for 50 pips. You could see on the 15-minute chart, they did do like a multi-session W. They did a hammer wick right here. You could see that. They also did a hammer wick on the 4-hour chart to show rejection of the zone to get more bias into the market. So now that we see what? We see at least 2 psychological levels that are being played off of, right? We do see that. We see a trend line and a zone. Induction to a zone and a breakout of a trend line. Now, what's next that we need? We need TLC. We need trap liquidity correlation for that trade speculation. And when you look at the yen crosses, we see that euro yen did basically a trend line breakout. We see Australian yen did a trend line breakout. We also see that CAD yen is kind of playing off a support and resistance zone. All of these are the 4-hour chart, okay? And it's safe to say that this is pretty good correlation, trap correlation, to say that a lot of people are expecting the yen to weaken based on technical analysis. So we could then further speculate that a mass amount of liquidity for this day is going to be to the downside for the yen crosses. So boom, that is very nice. We do see that. So this is why this trade was so good. And the fact that it wasn't just the fact that it did induce off of a zone and did a trend line break, but the yen crosses also showed the correlation. All right. So this is, I'm going to post this on the YouTube and send this in, but I'm pretty sure that you guys get the gist of what I'm saying as to why I chose to put this trade in the academy. It was the only trade I took today. Okay. So again, I'm going to channel up the energies to send the best quality into the Forexy Academy. Thank you for being with us, and your success is my success. Much love, family.